Howdy everyone on YouTube and across cyberspace. Thanks for tuning into my video. This is a product review of the Fenix MC10 Anglelight flashlight. It comes with a nylon wrist lanyard, which I don't really use that much, and a beam shaper flip diffuser, and I'll go into that in further detail in the later part of this review. So let's take a look at the light itself. So this is it. So first thing you ask yourself is, why is it so ugly? Well, it's ugly because it's designed to be a MOLLE light. Okay, so what that means is you've got all these attachment points, hang points on the back side of the light because it's designed to be fastened to a MOLLE kit, and along with other tactical gear, firearm ammunition, tactical knives, and whatever equipment you may have. And in this case, you can have portable lighting attached to your vest or your chest or your backpack straps or your waist, and that's what this is for. I think this little ring here, I guess, triangular ring, is like a hang feature you can use to hang from inside your tent or something like that. I don't really like to use it. It kind of gets in the way as an EDC, so I take it off just by bending it a little bit, and here you go, I put it aside. So there you have it. So like I said, it's got a nice metal, really stiff, rigid metal clip that you can use to fasten to any number of things. It also has a little lanyard hoop here on the back side that you can see, so it's very nice. And it tail stands wonderfully. So obviously Fenix put a lot of time and effort into making this a good tail standing light. So it'll actually serve as almost like a lantern type of application, or like I'm using here, a desktop light if you want to light up your keyboard gently. So it's kind of nice too. So it has it's called the Anglelight because the head bezel area of the light can be angled to whatever position you want, and it'll tail stand doing it. So very nice, well thought out, very well thought out design completely. So the light is very durable, very solid, and very robust feeling in the hand. Unlike other Fenix flashlights, this light is injection molded nylon plastic over an aluminum skeleton. So it's really rigid and really durable, even though it technically is plastic on the outside. So probably half of it is plastic, but it's got a nice skeletal structure made out of aluminum, and it feels really nice, really solid. It's not flimsy, or it doesn't feel like it's going to break or fall apart at all. So granted, the light's relatively new. I've only had it for a week, so I don't usually like to do product reviews within such a short time span, but I'm going to wing it on this one and just tell you everything I know about it, because it's such a pretty unique design for Fenix. I believe it's their first MOLLE attachable light. So, and MOLLE lights are fairly rare. They're not very common kind of in the industry. Everyone's gravitating towards handheld lights and things like that. So this is kind of different, and I think a lot of people might find it very useful. So I'm trying to get my information out there to you guys on YouTube. So anyhow, let's take a look at the tail cap. Type 3 anodized, nice aluminum, a little spring in there, very nice, very flat and very wide, so it aids in tail standing. I'm using a I'm using a nickel metal hydride cell for this. It'll work with alkalines too. The light will not work with lithium ion rechargeable, so 14500s are a no-go for this light. So there's the inside bore. There's the splash weather-resistant O-ring gasket and the machine threads. Okay, so Fenix technically doesn't advertise this tail cap as being a lockout feature, but it does lock out. So what that means is, if you want to pack carry this light or pocket carry it, you simply unscrew the tail cap a little bit, and it disrupts the circuit entirely, and there's no chance of you turning the light on and accidentally activating the light. Now again, don't quote me on that. Fenix doesn't advertise it as being that, but my unit happens to perform that way. So that might change over time as the Type 3 finish wears off the threads, or if it does ever wear off the threads, that aspect of the tail cap will change. So okay, so that's the body of it. Let's look at the business end. This whole bezel area is Type 3 anodized aluminum. So it's a nice heat sink. The light does get slightly warm when used on high mode, but it's a Cree XPE emitter with a light orange peel reflector. It's a pretty small reflector, so it's more of a moderate throw type of beam. It's not a real tight beam thrower. Okay, so on that note, let's take a look at the user interface of the light. I'm going to turn my camera light off so I can show you this. Okay. So basically the light operates with two mode banks. The primary mode bank is a low, medium, high operation, and the secondary mode bank is the flashing strobe mode from hell. Okay, so let's go talk about the first mode bank. So that's what it's in right now, and that's low. And to change mode, you simply hold the button down. There's low, there's medium, and there's high. And just to give you some lumen numbers, Candle Power Forum member Big Cellist tested the MC10 with the R2 emitter at 124.6 lumens, and it was very steady doing that. Okay, that's on high. He didn't test the medium or the low, but I would guess roughly the medium is maybe 65 lumens, the low is maybe 12 lumens. And he also tested it with, the diffuser. So let me transition over into that. With the diffuser attached, it blocks some of the light, and it emits about 109 lumens. Okay, so let's talk about the flip diffuser really quick. So to attach the flip diffuser, you simply open it up, and it pops right on over the bezel. Okay, a lot of companies charge extra for this. Okay, Surefire, for example, has an E-series flip diffuser, a really nice one made out of aluminum. That's $95. Okay, Fenix throws in this relatively expensive plastic one, and it does the job. It's kind of flimsy, so you have to be careful when you're using it. But let's show you that. So we're still in low, medium, high mode at the moment, and I'm going to activate the light. There's high without the diffuser, and there's high with the diffuser. So you can see it goes from a very defined spot, and with the diffuser, it smooths out the beam. And let's show you on the white wall over there. There's the beam without the diffuser, and there's the beam with it. You can see. So that's the standard mode, low, medium, high. Now to switch modes into the disco strobes, you tap the button quickly twice. 1, 2. So there's god awful strobe from hell mode. Hold the button once to switch to SOS. Okay, I simply flip it twice again. Now I'm back into low, medium, high mode. Low, medium, and high. The two lights I'm going to compare the MC10 against are the Surefire E2L Outdoorsman and my Robinson RCN3Q5. So, Big Cellist, I'm not going to read you the details here, but Big Cellist measured both of these lights, and the E2L did 110 lumens, and the Robinson RCN3 did 145 lumens. So right in between these two should, in theory, be the Fenix MC10. Okay, so first up is the Robinson RCN3Q5. That's your 145 lumens. And there is the Fenix MC10 on high. And I'm going to toggle back and forth. Robinson RCN3Q5, Fenix MC10. Next up is the Surefire E2L Outdoorsman, and there's the Fenix MC10. And this is a really good chance for people to compare two fierce competitors with nearly equal lumen output. So there's Fenix and there's Surefire. And here's the beam shaper. So you can totally see the beam completely flood out. There's with the beam shaper, there's without it. Beam shaper and one more time without it. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you later.